जो अब ये बैसाख महीना है ना, उसके
Hmm.
भीतर में ही उसको अच्छी तरह से प्रिपेयर करा के दिलवाना है एग्जाम।
Okay. So guys, basically this Purushottam wife, basically our student, and she passed the KAPS exam. So she is a pharmacist, and Purushottam is a MBBS doctor. So they both from Nepal. So I know, personally from since long time. So her wife already passed the exam, but she is a government servant. So she already trying to give that the resignation, but government is not accepting their resignation. So they are unable to basically to come Australia, and basically they have to apply the visa and all those things. She's preparing for the PTE currently. तो पुरुषोत्तम जितनी जल्दी हो सके जल्दी आओ फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया। वीजा भी बहुत ही
जी
फास्ट
सर,
मिल रहा है।
हम भी वही कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उधर क्या होता है ना सर, जो थोड़ा अच्छा होता है ना, वो मतलब अपने वर्क में, तो
हाँ
उसको
हाँ, उसको छोड़
रखना
छोड़ते
चाहता है
नहीं
वो
हो।
लोग। उसको रखना चाहता है, जितना भी बहाना कर ले ऐसा वैसा उसको रोक के रखता है। और जो वैसा ही स्टूडेंट होता है, नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट होता है, जो एवरेज होता
जी
है,
होता है।
उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है रेजिग्नेशन।
ओके ओके।
और एएमसी का क्लास अभी हमारे जो जूनियर सब है और भी सब है, तो वो सब अभी इतना वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अब अराउंड 1 मंथ के बाद एग्जाम है सर एनएमसी का,
ये
इसीलिए
एनएमसी का
जी सर। तो उसमें थोड़ा वो
ये
लोग सब
एनएमसी का
बिजी।
एग्जाम है कितनी बार होता है पुरुषोत्तम एक साल में?
इन 1 ईयर सर, 4 टाइम सर, 3 टाइम।
अच्छा, एक साल में 3 बार होता है, राइट?
जी
और
सर जी।
एक एग्जाम में कितने बच्चे बैठते हैं एनएमसी के?
बहुत बहुत होते सर, इससे पहले वाला में तो सर अराउंड 2000 और 2200 समथिंग
अच्छा
स्टूडेंट।
अच्छा, क्या पुरुषोत्तम ये जो एनएमसी एग्जाम है ये नेपाली जो जो नेपाल में करेगा एमबीबीएस वो भी देना उनको भी देना होता है या ये सिर्फ फॉरेनर्स को?
नो सर, फॉर एवरीवन। जो लोग नेपाल में जैसे अब काम करना चाहता है, उसको एकदम चाहिए ही चाहिए।
नहीं नहीं, जिसने एमबीबीएस अगर नेपाल से किया है वो भी देगा ये एनएमसी एग्जाम?
हाँ, सबको देना पड़ेगा सर।
ओके ओके, वेरी गुड, ओके, ठीक ठीक ठीक। तो मतलब 2 से 3 हजार बच्चे बैठते हैं हर एक एग्जाम में, यानी सिक्स
जी सर।
थाउजेंड मेडिकल डॉक्टर्स एवरी ईयर दे आर सिटिंग इन दिस एग्जाम।
या सर। एंड अभी तो क्योंकि बढ़ रहा है, क्योंकि अभी थोड़ा टाइट किया हुआ है जो पेपर होता है वो, इसीलिए
यस।
फेल रेशियो थोड़ा ज्यादा है, इसलिए भी बढ़ रहा है स्टूडेंट। इवन नेपाल का स्टूडेंट भी फेल हो रहा है।
ओके ओके, तभी तो हम बोल रहे हो एनएमसी को छोड़ो, एएमसी करो। एएमसी जो है
मैं
जरूरत
तो
नहीं है
इधर
एएमसी का।
मैं तो इधर इसीलिए रोक रहा हूँ, लक्ष्मी के चलते मात्र। उधर हो गया तो मैं तो इधर छोड़ के उधर ही जाऊंगा सर।
यस।
और जो क्लास का है वो तो मैं फी जो हमारा हुआ था ना बात, वो मैं रेडी करके रखा हूँ सर। वो सिर्फ
ठीक ठीक
पठाने
है
के
ठीक है
दे रहे हैं सर, वो मैं नहीं पा रहा।
ठीक है परसिप्तम। तो बेसिकली द गाइस, इफ यू are from Nepal, so in Nepal, if you did your MBBS from Nepal, even if you did MBBS from India or Russia, China, still if you want to practice in Nepal, so you need to write this NMC exam. So Purushottam is preparing for this exam. Yeah. So same for like in Australia, they are going to implement this next exam. So anyone is did MBBS from India or abroad, they have to go for the same exam. Then only they can become a doctor. I mean, they can practice in India. So can I start? हेलो, हाय अमन मित्तल डॉक्टर साहब, क्या हाल चाल है? हाउ आर यू? शिवम, अरिंदम, कैन आई स्टार्ट और थोड़ा वेट कर रहे हैं क्या?
सर 2-4 मिनट और थोड़ा वेट कर लीजिए। दो
ठीक
मिनट बस, लाइक 11:09
ठीक।
हुआ है। आई थिंक वी कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 11:10, 11:11। सो 2-4 मिनट
ओके
बस।
ओके ओके।
We can start, I believe.
Okay. So today webinar is basically for MBBS doctors, but if you are from any other stream, like if you are a pharmacist or lab technician, nurse, yeah, dentist, so you also can ask me any questions if you have. So I'm just going to a little bit give the introduction about the AMC exam and what is the pathway, how you can practice in Australia as a medical doctor. But if you're from other field as well, you can ask me any questions at the end of this webinar. Okay. So academically, basically, is a global healthcare academy, and we are here to help you to complete your A to Z process to migrate to Australia, or some other countries. But as a
So
we are
reshare
here.
your screen, I believe छोटा सा आ रहा है, एक बार reshare कर लीजिए अपनी screen को.
आप सही आ रहा है? Now? Okay. So basically, academically, AI is helping for all the healthcare professionals to migrate to Australia. So whether you are a medical doctor, pharmacist, nurse, lab technicians, or dentist, so all the healthcare professionals, if you want to migrate to Australia, you need to go the similar pathway. Same pathway, I can say, like document evolution you have to do. Then you have to write the exam, then another exam for English. Then you can practice in Australia. So this is for everyone, all the healthcare professionals. So my name is Dr. Akram Ahmed. So I'm basically a public health pharmacy lecturer here in University of Sydney. So I've completed my Bachelor of Pharmacy, Master of Pharmacy, and PhD from University of Sydney in Australia. So I have around 10 years teaching experience in India, Malaysia, and Australia. So here are some of the faculties we have for this AMC exam, including the Dr. Swapnil Sharma is the course coordinator. She's a MBBS MD from India. She's living in Sydney. And we have another Dr. Mantula. He's also the same guy. So what are the opportunities for Australia for medical doctors? So there is so many news. Basically, if you can Google it, around 10,000 doctors need currently for Australia. The reason Australia is a big country and they have very few medical colleges. Okay, so we need the overseas pharmacists, overseas healthcare professionals, overseas doctors, actual medical. And apart from this, if you are a family member like you, if you have wife and your kids, so the wife or husband, I mean the partner can work full time in Australia, whatever their profession, and the for your kids, basically the education is free. So what are up to the 12th, any of the school they can go. This is free of cost, and the healthcare access also is free in Australia. So if you want to have anything to your family, want to visit any hospital or anything, the cost is by the government. So everything is free here. So apart from there, the high quality of life in Australia and career opportunity, a lot of high demand for the healthcare professionals. So they are given the PR visa like in the fast track within 4 days, 5 days, and 1 week. People are getting the visa. And I can say like work and life balance is very good here in Australia. So the specified hours only you need to work like 8 hours per day, and for 5 days, 40-hour weekly you need to work. So you can manage with your family, you can give the time to your family for your kids. But in case of you are in India, so you need to work about maybe 12 hours, 15 hours, a lot of, I know in my family also some doctors like they are resident, so they work around the clock. Even sometimes 24 hours you need to be in hospital. So not like here in Sydney, in Australia, basically you just need to work for 8 hours. There are a lot of the professional development for you, so you can attend a lot of CPD. If you want to do some specific course, the hospital will pay the fees for behalf of you. So a step towards your dream. So basically the first step is called a document evaluation. They want to check your degree. And the first step, you need to go to the AMC website, Australian Medical Council website, and check your medical college, it is in the list or not. So if your college name in the list, it means you are eligible to sit this in the AMC exam. So no worries if you are from India. So all the colleges are approved by that MCI. They all are in the list. So no need to worry. Okay. But if you are from, like, if you did your MBBS like Russia, China, or Philippines, or those kind of countries, then you need to check. But most of the old colleges are in the list. Maybe if there's any new college not in the list, if still there is a process, you can request them to add your college in the list. And once they can add, then still you can practice in Australia as a medical doctor. So first step, you need to create a AMC portfolio. On means you need to make your account on Australian Medical Council website, and the fee you need to pay around 600 Australian dollar. And another website you need to go for a EPIC number you need. They're basically your degree verification. EPIC also you might be know if you want to go for US Assembly for US and PLAB for UK. Again, you need to do for the PLAB. So if you already passed at US Assembly or PLAB, now you want to migrate to Australia. So you no need to go again for this EPIC verification. You just need to go for AMC portfolio, and then you can book your exam for AMC Part 1 exam. So for AMC, once you pass AMC exam, AMC Part 1, then you will get a limited registration. You can work under the supervision of a registered medical practitioner in Australia. Okay. So for AMC, we will provide you the coaching for 3 months, live classes from Australia. So you just need to revise those content. We are not going to recommend you to buy any other book or something. So this is like a we'll complete A to Z in the live sessions. Okay, and the sessions are recorded. We will also give you the booklet in the PDF format, so you can take a printout and you can make your own notes. And we also will give you like last 10 years recalls. We will also discuss apart from this. So the first step we will complete on you, so you no need to worry. And second step also we will provide you the coaching for this 3 months. So no need to worry, it's also completed. And next is the this English proficiency test. Will also provide you the coaching for this. So all these 3 steps academically will help you to complete. And after these 3 steps, you are eligible to work as a GM, or junior medical officer. Basically, you need to work under a supervision of a RMP in Australia, and around the salary you can earn about $80,000 per year. And simultaneously you need to prepare for part 2, or after part 1 directly you also can write the part 2 as well. Is up to you whenever you want to. Once you got past the part 2, then you will get a full registration, and then you need to go for a registrar. You need to work for 1 year or 2 years based on your degree and your qualification, work experience if you have any, or valid passport, government ID like Aadhaar card we need in India. You need one passport size photograph. You also need a registration if you already did. Okay, and then that's it. And most like they ask this exam basically a monthly exam, and this is an MCQ based exam, so very easy exam, and the passing rate up to 70% for this part 1. And once you pass this part 2, then you are eligible to apply 190, 183, 189, and lot of basically these are a permanent visa. You are ready to apply 190 subclass 4, 186, 189. Some work visa, also sponsored visa, you are eligible like 482, 494. For 401 is the easiest visa, 100% you will get this visa. If you have a little bit low point, but if you have a high point, you may get that 189, 190 visa. Okay, so if you have any, and another basically the opportunity for you, if you did your MBBS and you are registered RMP in your home country and you have a 1 year working experience as a medical administrator, still you can apply without writing any exam. Okay, so no need to write this AMC exam. You can migrate to Australia without writing AMC exam as a medical administrator. So only one visa you can apply is a subclass 491.
Do any sort of courses like,
and you can prepare for part 2, AMC part 2, and clear part 2, then you can get a permanent visa.
yes sir, yes sir.
Yes.
And sir, regarding that experience in a hospital, is that required compulsory in the clinical field or?
You can write in India. It is a MCQ based exam and a lot of centers basically in India. And this exam is a monthly basis. So whenever you are ready, you can go for this exam.
Okay. And how that person would be able to move to Australia? Suppose AMC 1 is cleared.
AMC 1 and plus English. Then you can start looking a job. It's called JMO 1 job, Junior Medical Officer. You can start working. In India, 2, 3, you cannot write individual prescription. But you have to work under the supervision of a doctor. So you have to basically observe the things, and act and help them. And simultaneously, basically, your aim to pass the part 2. This is just for you to live and work. You have to, for some time, you need some money. So at the time you can work. Your aim basically to pass immediately the part 2. So as soon as possible, you can pass the part 2. You can be go for residency.
Yes, sir. And sir, how the residency process works over there? For example, if someone wants to pursue dermatology, for example, over there.
Yes. Once you did this this residency, and APRA will let you know how much time you need. For example, 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Then immediately at that time there is a you can apply for your specialization. For example, Dr. Yatin, maybe he is from internal medicine. For example, I don't know, Dr. Yatin.
Dr. One query from my side. I just want to check with you that does appearing for AMC 2 also require any kind of experience in Australia, or someone can prepare in India and just go there for appearing for the examinations?
Yes. I mean, no need to have any experience. Even, for example, if you clear part 1, AMC part 1, immediately you can come to Australia to write part 2.
Okay.
No need to have.
So means the candidate can prepare in India itself, and just for appearing in the examination, he can.
Part 2 is not little bit easy exam, I can say, because what your approach you are using in India is totally different from Australia. So you need to learn.
Okay, so you suggest someone to be there for
some time, at least for
some experience.
At least you see and observe here, and then you can go.
Then
so
better to.
You already theoretically everything basically, right? But for you just need to see, here how these doctors are approaching to a patient.
Yeah. Correct.
That's thing you India to write part. Visit visa.
Visit visa. Okay.
Or we can like a tourist visa, for example.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah,
can
yeah.
come to Australia, and most likely the visa they give most likely for 1 year.
Tourist visa, I guess it's for 3 years.
Yeah, 1 year, 3 years, but most likely you do not have any working right. You
Yeah,
cannot
working
work
right.
in
Correct.
that
Correct.
visa. But you can write the exam.
Correct. Fine.
And once you pass the exam, then you can continue. Definitely, there is so many agencies rank in the world for medical college.
Mm-hmm.
Now you compare your medical college with this college, so they are preferred for them, for these students. But these don't want to go in the small cities. And in small cities, there is so many cities like, if I can like Adelaide. Adelaide is a very, very big city. There is a lot of people they need. And about like Perth, Brisbane. So apart from Sydney and Melbourne, any city you can live and work.
Okay. Jobs
Yeah.
are available, you mean, over there?
Yes. So Sydney, Melbourne, most likely the best top universities are in these two cities. So you have to compete with the locals. So a little bit difficult for you to get the job, but not impossible, but difficult. But
Okay.
if you are ready to go in even you can go, you are not going for a lifetime in the regional area only. You need to spend maximum 1 to 3 years only. Then you can come to the Sydney or Melbourne. But most
Apart
likely,
from Sydney and Melbourne, there are options. Means
yes,
one can
there is so many involved.
Sir, regarding this dermatology, you mentioned.
Yes, Chakravarti.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding dermatology, you mentioned that if someone is already pursuing a master's,
You have to complete. And after that, for super specialization, if you want, then you have to apply again and you can get. Or maybe you can go for GP pathway if you want to practice general practitioner. And some people they will go for GP practice. Later they upgrade themselves. So it's up to you.
okay.
Yes.
So, sir, in this residency interviews, they want that you have just worked in Australian hospital
Yes.
for some time.
Yes. So basically, here in Australia, healthcare system is a fully government system. Basically,
Okay. Yes.
so there is a very few hospitals you can see the private hospitals. Here is not like in Indian culture. Here all basically here is everything is free. The government is paying behalf of the patient for the hospital, for the lab, or for the radiology, for the pharmacy. So everything is free here. So the patient has to go for a hospital. That's why a lot of hospitals in the government segment. So you have to go and work in government most likely. But after some time, once you register, you also can work in the private as well. Even GMO job also you can get in the private hospital as well. In private hospitals, sometimes they also offer like the accommodation, even sometimes the mess, food as well. Sometimes.
Okay. Yes, sir. And sir, when we will be able to take our parents, like if we want to take, so when can we take them with us?
I mean, parents can come at any time. Even they can come on a visit visa. But for permanently, you need. Hi, Dr. Ajay.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Akram.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have any question regarding the AMC exam. I just want to know about the KAPS exam. Because I will tell my background. I am a pharmacist and I work in a pharmacovigilance department in fourth year. Since I have 4 years experience PV. So I just want to know because
Yeah,
for
so
KAPS
basically,
exam,
if you are a pharmacist, so you need to pass this KAPS exam, then you can migrate to Australia. There is no other pathway. The pharmacovigilance is not in the PR list, so you cannot migrate as a pharmacovigilance expert. So number one step is skill assessment. So we will do behalf of you. Then we will provide you the coaching for 3 months for KAPS exam. And once you pass the KAPS exam plus English, then you can apply directly PR visa. We have 93% student pass in our last batch. So a lot of students already they got and they are getting the visa. They're coming to Australia to work as a pharmacist. It's very, very easy for pharmacists to migrate Australia. So if you can give your phone number and email address in our chat box, so our team will connect with you shortly.
Yeah, Dr. Akram, I agree. I just want to know, I don't have any experience in a retail pharmacy and hospital pharmacist.
Experience is not needed.
So yeah,
there is so many, our student already got the visa without experience. So
okay.
Zero experience. Basically, if you have experience, you will get a 5 point. If you do not have experience, you will lose that 5 point. That's it. But you are eligible to apply for the visa.
Okay, Dr. Akram. Thank you very much for your advice.
Thank you. Yes, guys, any other question? Okay, if no question, then we can finish. Or please ask if you have any doubt. And please leave your phone number and email in our chat box. So our team will connect with you shortly.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Ali. Yes, Ayaz Ali.
Sir, this is Ayaz Ali. I have passed you earlier. I'm applying for KAPS exam in July, but there is a legal mistake in my documents. I am going to rectify. Sir, is there any probability that when I apply for APC for assessment and my assessment come before 8 weeks?
This is based on individual. How I can say that okay, you have a possibility or not. So they will check your degree and your registration, then only. But nowadays, a lot of people are applying. But most likely nowadays, it is taking 5 to 6 weeks, not 8 weeks. A lot of people are getting in 5 to 6 weeks. So still there's a chance you can get, because the exam last day booking for 13th of June. So you have time.
My documents will be ready till 20th April.
Then maybe most likely you need to go for November exam. But for our coaching, you can join, because we charge only one time, whether you have to go for July or November. So you can study 2 times.
Yeah, I'm already in your coaching. I'm taking classes from March.
Yeah, so you just what we can do. This is the problem from your side, not from the other side. You don't have documents.
I'm not asking about the problem. I'm just asking about the probability.
Yeah, probability maybe no, because you have to go for if you apply for like 1st May. So if you can see like 6 weeks, then it's going to be like 15 June. Nowadays, they said 8 weeks, but sometimes they give in 5 weeks also. So maybe not. Cannot say like 100% you will get, 100% you will not get. Sometimes they give in 4 weeks also. So you just prepare yourself for July. If you get your assessment done, then you can go for July 1. Otherwise, you can go for November.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, then we can finish here. Thank you so much, everyone.